Hello friends! How did you like yesterday's return of the Champions League? Did you miss it? And today we have a super battle between Bayern Munich and Manchester United. Make your predictions in the comment section, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get the show on the pitch. The German Football Association will appoint Julian Nagelsmann as the new head coach of the national team. The deal will be finalized, Bild reports. Real Madrid may acquire Milan right-back Davide Calabria if they fail to get Chelsea's Reece James. Manchester United offered £50 million for Brighton forward Evan Ferguson in the summer. The Seagulls refused, ESPN reports. We have a buyback clause for Harry Kane. I'd like to thank him for everything he's done for us. He's always welcome back, Tottenham president Daniel Levy said. Eden Hazard has received an offer to join Royal Union Saint-Gilloise in Belgium, and he's considering a return to his home country. Diario AS informs. Milan lost goalkeeper Mike Mignon and midfielder Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Both suffered muscle injuries during the game against Newcastle. Chelsea are keen on signing Valencia goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili in January, 90 million claims. Marseille president Pablo Longoria will offer his resignation after receiving death threats by OM Ultras. His coach, Marcelino, will also leave the club in solidarity with the man who hired him. At the age of 20 years and 111 days, Benjamin Šeško became the youngest player to score for Leipzig in the Champions League, Opta notes. Arsenal are considering a move for Dortmund teenager Jamie Bino Gittens, whose progression in the Bundesliga has been compared to Jude Bellingham, Sunsport reports. João Felix scored 3 goals and provided 1 assist in the last 3 games for Barcelona and Portugal. Since 2012, PSG have lost only 1 home game in the Champions League group stage, Squawka says. There were concrete offers from Marseille and Al Hilal. I have always prioritized continuing my career in Europe and in the best leagues. Ohago quotes Lille head coach Paulo Fonseca. Juventus have identified Nice midfielder Kefren Thuram as their main target for next summer. Thomas Tuchel was told by Bayern's bosses that he has to be less emotional and less negative in his public statements about the club in order not to undermine his own players, Christian Falk reports. PSG's Kylian Mbappe scored 41 goals in the Champions League before his 25th birthday. Only Lionel Messi had more goals at this stage, with 51. At 20 years and 96 days, Pablo Barrios is the youngest Spanish player to score for Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Trent Alexander-Arnold is close to agreeing on a contract with Liverpool despite interest from Barcelona and Real Madrid. I would like to extend my contract here at Inter. We are gonna discuss it with the club, but I'm really happy here. Sky Italia quotes Inter striker Lautaro Martinez. The start of the season was not bumpy. We have 8 points from 4 games in the Bundesliga. If we extrapolate that, we reach 68 points and then we are where we always are, Borussia Dortmund CEO Hans-Joachim Watzke said. Paris Saint-Germain unveiled their 3rd kit, created in partnership with Jordan. We are well prepared for the Champions League this year. We've renewed our team with excellent signings that live up to their expectations. Real Madrid head coach Carlo Ancelotti is quoted by the club's press service. Julian Alvarez has 30 goals involvements in 30 starts for Manchester City with 21 goals and 9 assists. In December, Roma will open negotiations with Jose Mourinho to extend his contract, Calciomercato reports. There is a reason why Bayern brought me in. Bayern want to win the Champions League again, and I want to give everything to achieve that, Harry Kane claimed. My connection with Joao Felix? Sometimes understanding comes from the beginning. Mundo Deportivo reports the words of Barcelona striker Robert Lewandowski. Kylian Mbappe for me is the best player in the world, but more than his technical qualities, what struck me was his human quality. It's a pleasure to have him in the locker room, PSG coach Luis Enrique notes. Tottenham are eyeing a move to sign Manchester United defender Harry Maguire in the January, Fichajes claims. Borussia Dortmund's Emre Can received 5 yellow cards in the first 6 matches of the 2023-24 season. Juventus hopes to extend the contract with midfielder Manuel Locatelli. The current deal between the player and the club is valid until 2026, Tuttosport reports. The new season of the Champions League started yesterday. The results of the first games are on your screens. A quick look at the most interesting games. Milan and Newcastle drew 0-0. Barcelona defeated Antwerp 5-0. João Felix scored a brace. Lazio saved a point with Atletico thanks to a goal from their goalkeeper in the 95th minute, 1-1. Manchester City defeated Red Star thanks to a brace from Julian Alvarez and a goal from Rodri, 3-1. PSG showed Borussia Dortmund the difference in class, 2-0, with Kylian Mbappe and Achraf Hakimi on the score sheet. Porto defeated Shakhtar Donetsk 3-1 away from home. Now, let's move on to the main news. Manchester United are still interested in Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong, Fichajes writes. Red Devils head coach Erik ten Hag is a big fan of the Dutchman, whom he knows well from their time at Ajax. United have been trying to sign de Jong for 2 seasons in a row, but despite the fact that the Mancunians have made several offers to Barca, they have failed to agree on a deal. At the same time, Ten Hag still wants to buy the player. In the summer, the manager brought 2 new midfielders to Old Trafford, Mason Mount and Sofiane Amrabat. But the middle of the park still needs improvement. Midfielder Scott McTominay is predicted to leave the club, and 31-year-old Casemiro seems to have already passed his peak, so United will continue to pursue de Jong. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano is convinced that Paris Saint-Germain striker Kylian Mbappe will become a Real Madrid player next summer. Mbappe's current deal with PSG lasts until the end of the 2023-24 season, and the Frenchman has no plans to extend it. Kylian Mbappe has agreed not to receive his annual loyalty bonus to play again with PSG, the transfer guru claimed. From what I hear, his destination next summer will be Real Madrid, whether via a clause or free, Romano said. According to Forbes, Barcelona can earn almost 70 million euros if they do well in their Champions League group and qualify for the playoffs for the first time in 3 seasons. The Catalans are in Group H, along with Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk and Royal Antwerp. For each victory, Blaugrana will earn 2.8 million euros, the source says. If Xavi Hernandez's team manages to win all 6 group stage matches, the club will receive 16.8 million euros. Moreover, this amount will be increased by another 15 million, which Barca will receive for the group stage competition itself, as well as 34.11 million for the 3rd place in the historical ranking of the best CL teams over the past 10 years. Thus, before the start of the playoffs, Barcelona will earn approximately 66 million euros. This money will help the club register striker Vitor Roque, who will arrive from Atletico Paranaense in January 2024, as well as acquire new players. We would like to remind you that lately, the Spanish media have linked Barca with Arsenal's Jorginho, Manchester United's Jadon Sancho, and Athletic Bilbao's Nico Williams. Friends, we invite you to watch new videos from our other projects. Have fun watching! Thank you all for your attention, and let's continue to follow the Champions League.